Oh God. Every time I turn this on, it's completely dark, but it can kind of see me. And I thought, oh my God, it's been forever since I did a vlog because I was out of town. And I took a bunch of video clips of Oregon from like the time we got on the plane to, did I take my earrings out? Yeah, I did. I took video from like the time we got on the plane till the last day. So Eli wants me to send all those video clips to him, and he's going to make like a little compilation video of our whole visit. So good. I didn't know what to expect going into somebody's house that I hadn't met, and it was just like a 4-day long slumber party. God, I look tired. It was cool because we went to see Calla's friend. You know, Amara, that's Calla's internet best friend. They've been friends for a while, but I hadn't really met her mom. It was like a slumber party. It was so fun because we clicked, and she has a mouth like me and a sense of humor like me, and she liked holding the baby a lot. God, is that my eyes looking dark? No, it's just the shadow. So I didn't even know I needed that trip as much as I needed that trip. It was really good. A lot went on while we were there. Jamie has actually moved out, and he came and stayed with the kids, which was good. They got to be with him, but when I woke up a second, I got a bunch of texts from our cell phone company that he had changed the emails and the passwords, and it boiled down to he's locked me out of being able to see what he's doing, which I don't really look anyway. The paper bill comes in, and I just toss it. You know, I don't really look at our cell phone bill, but he said I needed to stay out of his business, so I don't know what that's all about, and I don't really know if that was to get a reaction out of me or what, but I thought it was the dog's over there to himself. I thought it was inappropriate. He is convinced it's not. It's totally fine to see all that I'm doing on my cell phone and him hide. There was no other reason, so what he's doing, I have absolutely no idea anymore, and I just not making it a concern of mine. And then lots of emails back and forth. I was trying to enjoy myself, and I would send pictures of what we were doing and updates, and I got a lot of drama back. And he decided he cannot go to Australia because he has a good job here and he doesn't want to give it up. Now, mind you, so many people think that I decided I wanted to move on a whim, and he's following me, and that's never how we roll. I have followed him my whole life for all of his jobs. I have lived in places I absolutely hated, made the best of it because that's what you do. Now, we had a long talk about how much I loved Australia, and he has so fed up with this job here that he's considering some pretty bold moves. I won't go into that because what he needs to do is anonymous, but he hates his job here. And he said that he would like a fresh start, and he even teased me that should we split up, his southern accent would definitely get him a girlfriend. I mean, this wasn't a situation where I was forcing him. I don't know why people think that. The idea was we were going to live as a family that got along, that even though we were divorced, that we got together on Christmas and game night, and he came over for dinner. That's how it was supposed to be, here or there. And I don't know what changed. I have absolutely no idea what happened when I left. I know I've decorated our room. I had my little koala shrine, and I don't know. He said that it's because he didn't think he could make the same income, which might be true at first, which is fine. But I've looked into rentals, and there's a lot of them with granny flats. God, I'm not even looking at the camera. I've got to do something about this damn dog, so hold on one second. Out. Out, out, out. Go. Ollie, out. He is so annoying. But the problem with all that is that he had no idea what he would make over there. I mean, we know it would be good, but he hadn't even put in his expression of interest to even start looking for jobs. So this idea is, you know, it's a big change, and I get all that, but we would have a year between, because it's such a long process. The idea was to put in the expression of interest and even see if we got an invitation over there. So he just halted the whole process before he even had all the information. So I'm sure he has his reasons, and I don't know what those reasons are. I'm not happy about it at all, but I've hit a wall, guys. I've hit a wall of, I know he's going to keep dishing shit out at me, and I can't react. Whatever it is, I have to make the best of it, and I have to do this legally as best I can. I don't know what's gotten into the man. I don't know why he's treating his children the way he is. I don't know why he's acting the way he is. When he went into counseling, he went in with the purpose of maybe, you know, I know that our romantic relationship is probably over, and she told him that it would be very difficult to reconcile that. But I'm just going to be a good person. I'm going to get on with life. And he was excited. He has enrolled in school in Australia to the tune of $4,000. So, and he had had all these concerns before. He had all the same concerns, and we talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and thought, we'll take it one step at a time. And then any time that it doesn't look like it would be the best thing for our family, we would stop. But he just stopped it before we even knew anything. So, unfortunately, that is a punishment for me. I don't know what I did this time to deserve it. While I was gone, there was a lot of messaging back and forth where he was extremely ugly to me, that he didn't want me anymore anyway. He's glad to find somebody new. Things you really shouldn't say. I told him that I was very happy and peaceful right now just because the drama has left the building. When he leaves, we all feel it. There's no more fighting and drama and whatnot, and it just feels better. And that's with any kind of conflict, once it's gone, you've gone, but he's just been so insufferable. That's the only word I can think of to describe it. Is just, there is no getting to him. There is no logic. There is no nothing. And then he thinks, well, I'm fine. You're the crazy one. That's just not what's going down. Let me show you how I sleep now. I've got 2 little monkeys with me, and one that is very mad, so I'm going to pause this. Hold on. Okay, he was hungry. So anyway, our original plan, even when we were going to stay here and divorce, because you guys may not know this, but this is going on about a year or more. He wanted to build an apartment on the garage so that he could still be around the children and have, interaction with them, and I was fine with that. I was fine with him building a little house out on the property. Yes, even if he dated somebody else. If he got married, I was like, well, I'll come over there and help her paint the house and do whatever, because I felt like if that our paths were going to separate, there was no need to wish each other harm or to withhold happiness. Does that make sense? So, to me, if we were going to split up, do it the best way you can. All you're doing is removing a romantic relationship from the person. I never wanted him to not be my friend. I never wanted to not talk to him about things. And that's where we were headed. So, in Australia, we had found several rental houses that had a flat with them, that a separated apartment. So that was exactly what we were looking for. A price we could afford with the income he would make. But now his thing is, I don't want to be that close to you. And he went back and forth from, it's hard to be around you too. I don't want to be around you. I don't even like you anymore. It was just back and forth the whole trip. And he thinks it's normal. He thinks that behavior is normal. I think that most people from the outside looking in do not. And I think he feels attacked. But there's absolutely nothing I could do that he wouldn't have a problem with. I mean, I can message him all day long what we're doing with the kids, send him pictures, be happy, and then come 10 o'clock at night when he hasn't called the kids like he promised, I'll say, I'm really disappointed that you didn't do this. And he says that I criticize him all the time. I never say anything nice. I can say 20 nice things. The 21st being like, I really wish you would have done that. I'm criticizing him. Now, in the meantime, he can tell me that I'm ruining our family. I haven't given any, effort. That one's hard. That one's really hard, because I can prove for 10 years I've given an effort and done things I didn't want to do, and have been a person, and I'm not proud that I was doing those things that I didn't want to do to keep him happy, like against my own morals. So this whole thing where now I've been in 2 therapy sessions, and now I'm sorry and I'll never do it again, which I've heard before. Like I said, I don't wish him harm. I just don't want to be involved in that circle of chaos anymore. I just want to raise my children. Like, I feel guilty right now. I'm going to counseling tomorrow, actually. And then one of the main things I want to focus on is how guilty I feel that when he's not here, I'm happy. Because I know children need a dad. And I've been doing everything I can to keep him going on that. Giving him inside information on the kids so he can talk to them. I'm so tired. But not everything can work out all the time, and something becomes very toxic. And his thing is now that I'm participating in a toxic relationship, and I have to disagree, because say that we get in an argument over something. I got really mad over one. I got really mad. I never want to be that mad again. But when that happens, I look at the whole situation and say, okay, what happened and how can I fix it from happening again? It generally doesn't repeat on my end. Unless the stimuli is there, I don't react. So him saying that my reactions are what's causing the problems, I cannot get it through his head. If there was nothing to react to, I wouldn't react. But I can say, over the past couple of weeks, I haven't reacted. I just don't care anymore. If he's going to not do what he needs to do with his children, he needs to face that consequence. It's not mine. It's not mine to deal with. And I have to be the best mom I can be. And oddly enough, when it's just us, I'm the kind of mom I always wanted to be. I mean, I wish you guys could see the difference. I would just sit around and just be so depressed and so paralyzed that things were never going to be okay. I get up, even when everybody's screaming, even when there's chaos, and I'm smiling. And Mallory comes down, and I actually talk to them. How are you doing? What, did you dream about anything? I feel so connected to them because there's not this strain on my emotions and my heart. Because no matter what, no matter how many expressions of love Jamie has given me, it has been an entire lifetime of condescension and belittling. If you would just do this, I would do this. If you would just do this, Alright, it cut off on me. Sorry about that. So, just a whole lifetime of no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. He's turned that back around on me, that nothing he does is good enough, and that's bullshit. I have praised him and told him, thank you for this, this, and this, but could you do this differently? Or, I don't like what you're doing. That's a normal thing that people say to each other in any relationship. I don't like what you're doing here. And then if I say that at all, I always criticize him. I don't feel like anybody is firmly in reality if they can say those things. So it's kind of a mess right now. And the plan is we're kind of tiptoeing around it. But I'm going to move. I'm not going to move to Australia unless he changes his mind on that again, which that's always possible. But I'm looking at houses in the city. And that's that. I'm talking to my friends. I'm doing stuff with the kids. All the kids come downstairs now and play. We're all hanging out together. There's music and they're laughing. And I've seen my teenagers more now than I have in months. And we're getting chores done and errands, and we're planning some outings to do together and just live our life again. Calla told me it's like when her dad's home, that it's like you're driving down the road and a train's coming and they have to, stop you with that bar thing. She said that's what she feels like. I thought she's 16. She's so damn smart. Like the things that come out of her mouth. She said when Jamie's in the home, it feels like we all stop and wait for this train to go by, and we just watch. And then when he leaves, the thing lifts up because everything it stalls. It's like we know we've got to do things, but how is this going to affect him emotionally? Is he going to yell at us? Is he going to be angry? Is he going to do this or do that? Me, I get up and we get shit done. If the kids have a little issue, I deal with it and move on. It doesn't linger. And there's a lot of happiness in our home right now, and part of me feels guilty for that because it really should have been all of us being happy. It should have been all of us laughing and carrying on. It should have been all of us making sure the big kids are driving, the little kids are doing puzzles, and that they're being heard. It wasn't like that. Every minute of every day was focused on Jamie's emotions and how he's dealing with stuff, and I don't have that in my relationships with people. I have like a back and forth, I don't know. It's really, really complicated, but right now I've had my first couple weeks as a single mom, and it's good. I didn't think it would be good. But there's a lot less drama in the house and a lot less spirit of conflict. Even when it's hard, even when I'm up at 2 a.m. with both of these babies crying, things I thought I could never do, I'm doing just fine. It's so peaceful. It's just peaceful, and I'm just gonna roll with it day by day. I don't know what's gonna happen, but what's happening now, it's good enough, and I'm gonna leave this because it's dying on me. So I will upload Oregon stuff soon, so watch for that.